playoffs. Let's get into this shit. Stage is set. Finally here. Let's get into it. Yo, what up? It's Pelle RothsteinShow. Playoffs. Let's get straight into the shit. First, we got the 49ers and the Seahawks. They start the playoffs off. Who you rocking with on that?
Man, that's easy. You know I'm going with the 49ers, man. They just got a way better overall team, and long as they just do what they normally do, you know what I'm saying, the quarterback situation ain't even going to be a problem, I feel like. They just run their offense like they do because they got weapons on the outside, they got Kittles in the middle, and they can run the ball. So it's just going to be too much for Seattle.
Hold on, speak up. Say it again.
I mean, they're going to be too much for Seattle. That's what I'm saying.
The 49ers gonna be too much for them.
They too much firepower on offense. And defense. I ain't even speak about the defense.
Seattle's getting 10 points. I feel like 10 points is a lot in a playoff game. Pete Carroll. I just feel like Geno's been balling all year. Like he's
not gonna be able to stay comfortable.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Geno win this game. I like Seattle.
I wouldn't bet that.
I like Seattle. I like Seattle with the points. Of course, I'll take the points, but don't be surprised if Geno wins this game because I mean you done seen it, man. When the playoffs happen, you just never know.
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? To be at one team that beat another team, that's unexpected, but I don't feel like it's going to be at...
So you don't feel like it's Geno?
Man, not in that game. They're going to win by like 17,
he said not
17
Geno.
or better. It's going to be a 17-point or better win for the 49ers.
All right. The Jags with Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert going against the Chargers. Who you like against the Chargers and the Jags?
I mean, man, I like the Chargers, but, I wouldn't put it past Jacksonville to beat them. You know what I'm saying? If it's going to be one of those games where a better team on paper lose, I feel like that'll be the game right there. I feel like Jacksonville has what it takes to beat the Chargers because, they inconsistent. They play calling be inconsistent sometimes with coaching. You know what I'm saying? So, the coach could mess it up for him. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's up in the air. So, if that happens, and Jacksonville play how they've been playing over the last 7 or 8 games.
And, Wildcard weekend, it's always a fucking upset or two. Man,
that'd probably be one of them.
It's always one.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel you, man. I agree. I agree with everything you said. I like the Jags with that little 1.5.
Oh yeah.
That it is right now that they getting right now. But by the time kickoff come, it'll probably be a pick'em. That's that'll conclude Saturday night. But Sunday morning, the Bills they getting 13 points. The Bills is giving up 13 points, versus the Dolphins. How you feel about that?
That probably will happen.
Cakewalk.
Yeah, but I feel
Bills probably win by 40 points.
But I feel like it's a game, like I said, with the 49ers game, it's going to be like a 17-point or better victory.
Who in the hell is the fucking Dolphins quarterback? They like Lamar. They like the Ravens.
Is any news on
play
Teddy?
The quarterback?
Is any news on Teddy? Is Teddy playing or not? Is he ruled out yet? I know Tua, they ruled him out already.
Yeah, I believe Teddy. Teddy, he'll probably play the backup, but shit.
But that still ain't gonna make a difference.
Giving Teddy, letting him start. I will root for the Dolphins because of course this is U of L, but I don't know.
The Bills
they ain't beating the Bills.
And then they just got that momentum, man.
Yeah, I like the Bills all the way.
I picked the Bills earlier in the season. Then on one of the podcasts, I said I felt like it was gonna be the Eagles and the Bills.
Yeah, on the first joint.
The Bills, I feel like they gonna make it.
What about that Giants and Vikings game? You know I'm laughing, man, because we just had a conversation with a friend of ours.
But yeah, he's a Vikings fan. He been on the show. Rick, he been on the show. He's a Vikings fan, and then Sosa's a Giants fan. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking about them
and then
too.
You know how I feel about Kirk Cousins. I know I didn't express that on the show before. Like, it'd be good as a team that the Vikings have. Like, Kirk Cousins, you just can't trust Kirk. You know what I'm saying? He really ain't showed us he can really win when it matters, and he got a good team this year.
I like Cousins, and he can do it. I feel like that game right there is like a toss up.
Yeah.
Because the Giants is capable of beating the Vikings.
Them. Yeah, I know. So I mean,
the Vikings, it's just something about them, man. I just don't believe in them.
Man, I'm gonna say this: the Vikings.
They might win. They might win the first
Giants
game,
probably win.
But they ain't gonna win the second one. But for real, in this game, I'm gonna roll with the underdog again. I'm gonna roll with the Giants.
With the Giants, yeah.
And the points.
Yep, I can see that going down too, though. Especially if Kirk Cousins has to go win the game.
If the Vikings don't blow the Giants out, they gonna lose it at the end to the Giants.
I mean, yeah, because if it's a close game,
because the Giants, they coach, man. He's a ballsy motherfucker. He'll go for the twos and
go for it.
He'll gamble on D. I like him. And I like their chances against the Vikings. If they just got to keep Cousins on the sidelines, slow the game down, run the shit out of Saquon,
Yeah.
They can clock management and everything. You know how the playoffs go.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep, keep that offense off the field. But, like I said, if it's close down the stretch, Kirk Cousins is probably going to mess the game.
What? What was that?
Kirk Cousins probably going to mess the game up for him if it's close down the stretch.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? So the Vikings better come out and put up some points on them early. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what in the national championship game. I know
we got an auntie that ain't going to be feeling that shit you just said.
I mean, yeah, damn. You're right. Sorry. But Kurt...
You just might have fucked it up for the fucking roasted macaroni and cheese on Sundays.
Well, in that case, I'm going for the Vikings that game then. I'm definitely going for the Vikings that game.
All right, the Ravens is getting 9.5 versus the Bengals. Sunday night. That shit is like, oh my God, man. Of course, I want to go with the Ravens and take the 9.5.
Lamar's not playing so far, right?
Yeah. But I just feel like the Bengals is going to crush the Ravens.
The Bengals is going to win regardless of if Lamar Jackson plays or not. But if Lamar plays and he's healthy and fresh, it'll be a closer game.
At this point, just shut it down, Lamar. Get your paper, man. Get your paper, man.
Exactly.
We riding for you, Lamar, whatever you want to do. Get that paper, though. We want you to get that dust in the city.
Yeah. But either way it goes, the Bengals, Joe Burrow, man, the man's looking like 2 or 3 different quarterbacks all in one right now, man. For real, though, man, Joe Burrow's focused, man. He got some weapons. And he got some defense. You know what I'm saying? So,
Burrow.
Man, yes. I like Burrow.
Everybody like Burrow, man.
He's smooth and cool, man. You know what I'm saying?
He's hard with it. He's.
You know what I'm saying? And he got Jamar Chase.
They still the Bengals, though. They still the Bengals, though.
Oh, no.
I feel like
they proved that last season, though, pal.
Yeah.
They ain't just the Bengals anymore. You know what I'm saying? They got a quarterback and a receiver. And not to mention Joe Mixon.
Yeah, but you know it's the Bills and the Chiefs out there still. Ain't no cakewalk for
right
the
there. Oh, no,
Bengals,
man,
but yeah, they got the Ravens. I feel like they got the Ravens.
Yeah, they got the Ravens. Yeah.
And if the Ravens beat the Bengals, that would be dope. That would be super duper dope.
Yeah,
that would be dope. Just never know what'll happen in the playoffs.
What's the spread on that game?
9.5. The Ravens is getting 9.5 right now.
Man, I feel like it's a game too, though. Well, yeah, that's about right. That's about right, though.
You don't hear me saying I'm taking the Ravens in the points or nothing on this. But fucking, I
wouldn't even touch that bet.
I wouldn't gamble with my heart on that one.
Yeah,
but I feel like the Bengals is gonna crush them.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll cover the spread.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
At 9.5, they'll cover it.
But if Lamar plays, it'll be around that number. I feel like if
If Lamar plays,
it's gonna be around that 9-10 points.
If Lamar plays, which I doubt he plays,
but if he plays, I feel like it'll be around that 9-10 points. You feel me? But if he don't play,
and I take it like a motherfucker.
I mean, it's gonna be another.
They ain't blowing Lamar out. Lamar's he's a winner.
That's what I'm
saying. He's a fucking champion.
Yeah.
That nigga's cold.
Saying. But if he don't play, man, that might be another one.
His game is raw, man. He ain't gonna fold. Just you feel me?
That's my number.
He ain't no folder.
That's my number for the week, Pelle. Man, a lot of teams is gonna lose by 17.
Ooh.
A lot of teams is gonna lose by 17.
What about that Cowboys and Bucks? Cowboys is giving up 2.5. I think that's
that's about right. But I wouldn't even. I mean, the Cowboys should win, but this is Brady, so every single time they touch
everybody
him,
love Brady and all that bullshit
and shit, and it's gonna be all kind of like politicking in that game. So I wouldn't even bet that game because it's still Jerry Jones, and so it's a lot of money involved, and it's a lot of gambling in Vegas and shit, then a lot of politicking going on.
The thing about the Cowboys. I'm looking at it, as a whole. The only team that I feel like they can really beat the Cowboys, I really give the Cowboys a run for their money in this playoff tournament or whatever, is the Eagles on that side. The
49ers. Man, I feel like the 49ers will beat them.
You know what? I forget I'm really forgetting about the 49ers.
The Eagles.
I might be talking too much.
And I think the Vikings might give them. I mean, the
Vikings
may beat them.
The Vikings lost to them like 40-3. Then they lost to the fucking Packers like 41-17. Like, the Vikings, man, I just don't believe in them.
I mean, but the Cowboys, to me, is on that same level as in that whole division, it's the 49ers and the Eagles is the top. And the Cowboys and the Vikings, to me, is on the same level. Like, you never know what might happen with these two motherfuckers, because Dax might throw a pick down the stretch when it counts. You know what I'm saying? Just like Kirk Cousins.
For sure.
I mean, Dax, to me, is starting to slide down into that Kirk Cousins kind of style quarterback right now.
Yeah, but it's like I was talking to a friend of mine just a while ago, and he's a Dallas fan, and he was like, Dak, man, he ain't really too hung up on Dak or whatever. He's like going against the GOAT Brady and shit. But I'm like, the GOAT, this motherfucker Brady, man, he ain't the same Brady that we used to seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man, but you gotta think he's gonna have the refs on this side. He's gonna have them people in New York that calling replays on this side. You know what I'm saying? And if the game is close,
I feel like
but
Brady.
If the game is close, man, they're gonna try to do what, you know what I'm saying?
Give him a chance to make it seem
Brady
like
some kind of chance to have a chance at the end of the game to try to, you know what I'm saying, win a game. And if you notice over the last couple of years, it has been games where big penalties happen for Tom Brady now. Down the stretch for them to try to score and win games.
All the fucking time,
and it always give him a chance to go down there to score sometimes. Sometimes they score and win games, sometimes they don't. But down the stretch, it seemed like they always going to call some kind of penalty on that drive to let Brady have a chance. You know what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right.
So if it's a close game...
I'm counting Brady out. I don't believe in him.
I don't believe in him.
I think he's weak. I think
he's still the GOAT.
Yeah, but it's time for him to sit his ass the fuck down.
Yeah.
You know?
You're right.
So I'm going to roll with them on that one.
In the close game, Brady, you know what I'm saying? Not a close game. If the Cowboys come out and handle business early.
I let the people, rep their shit. You know, I'm a Pittsburgh fan. You know, coach and shit.
You know, I'm a coach.
I had to rep one more time. You know, before I just can't take my shit off. You feel me? But anyway, I let them rep their shit. So let's look at who the people like and let the people shine one time for the one time. Pelle RothsteinShow. Hold on real quick. Before y'all get into the people, man, I got somebody else I want y'all to holler at.
I'm back, y'all. It's Shada Girl Guru with your 2023 NFL playoff picks for the weekend. Gino said, who oughter than me? 49ers, 9 straight win. I'm going with them for the dub. Second game, I'm going with Chargers over the Jags. Justin's ribs ain't hurt. Sunday, I'm going with Bills over the Dolphins. Tyreek ain't got Teddy 2 gloves. Sorry, Scallop. I promise I don't mean no harm. Second game, I'm going with Vikings. Justin Jefferson. He's a bad man, but he did get shut down by Jair. But, no here, no there. Also, Sunday night game, we gonna roll with Bengals over the Ravens. And that's only because Lamar ain't in there. Ravens get that man his money. Last, but certainly not least, I'm going with Cowboys over the Bucks. Long as Dak come ready to play, he don't throw 1,000,000 interceptions, and defense just mushing Tom Brady. Oh, we getting that dub. Super Bowl or bust, baby. On the Pelle RothsteinShow.
Damn, girls like that.
Buddy, it's your boy. It's your man here, Sarah. Come to talk about this little matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. My man Pelle Rothstein wants my little insight on this. Me being a long-time Giants fan, I gotta be honest. I'm gonna try my best not to be biased on this, but I'm gonna tell you, ultimately, I don't see the Giants really having much of a chance. But looking at both of those teams, the game is gonna be closer than the record suggests. Because the Vikings really haven't been blowing anybody out. They really haven't been, roughing anybody up, really. They've been barely getting by on all their wins, and they got a couple of big losses where they just got completely smacked. The Cowboys and the Packers completely smacked them. I don't think the Giants ever took a beating like that until they ran into the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions smacked the Giants pretty good. But other than that, the Giants have been pretty competitive in every game of the season. Some of the big wins, the Giants have wins over 2 teams that are in the playoffs this year, being Jacksonville and Baltimore. The Minnesota Vikings has 3 wins over current playoff teams, being Buffalo, Miami, and the New York Giants. Some big losses, like I said before. The Vikings took big losses to the Cowboys and to the Packers. That loss to the Packers looks pretty bad because the Packers didn't even make the playoffs. Getting beat by the Cowboys 40-3, that score is pretty bad, but the Cowboys are, one of the better teams in the NFC this year. As far as the New York Giants losses, they got beat by the Cowboys 48-22. Cowboys put up a 40 burger on both of these teams, so nobody has any bragging rights on that. The Seahawks beat the Giants. The Seahawks, they are a playoff team, so that's not really a bad loss. But that tie with the Commanders, you just can't throw that out because the Commanders absolutely suck. And the Commanders been playing with second and third string quarterbacks, like all season. And for the Giants to tie with them, that pretty much counts as a loss in my book. You got Saquon Barkley for the Giants, one of the best running backs in the NFL. Mr. Do everything, run it, catch it. I don't know, flex a quad or whatever. And then you got Dalvin Cook, that Florida boy from deep down south. Dalvin Cook will gash you if you let him. And the Giants will get gashed in the running game. Their leading tackler is a safety. That's bad business. That means those front seven is getting ran by too much. Okay? So keep an eye on that. Now, as far as the quarterback matchup, Daniel Jones is playing. He's playing his butt off. Can't say nothing bad about Daniel Jones this year. He's playing in his contract year, so this is the best time for you, Daniel Jones, to be playing the way you playing. All right, because you want a job. Daniel Jones is second on the team in rushing. He's got like 700 yards rushing. Crazy. Kirk Cousins missed to just throw it up to Justin Jefferson ass. That's what he does. You know, if you rush him, he's just going to look in the direction of Justin Jefferson and just let it fly. Justin Jefferson has been saving him all year. So, you know, while we're talking about Justin Jefferson, the Giants don't have a prayer or a hope in covering this guy. Forget it. I predict 3 touchdowns for Justin Jefferson. 3 at the least. All right? As far as the Giants passing game, you know, they got Slayton. They got a couple of other guys that's little known outside of Giants fans. You know what I mean? Maybe they got some slot receivers that can do some damage. But other than that, I see the Giants getting smacked. I see them getting smacked by more than 3 points this time around. Because I really believe Minnesota got something to prove, because they only got by the Giants by 3 points the last time, and that's not good enough for Minnesota. So Minnesota's going to beat them by at least 17 points.
That's smacked.
That's your boy's prediction. 1.
What up, my peoples? Who you rolling with?
Go Chiefs.
What's up? This is your girl Reese. Let's go Ravens. Beat the Bengals all day. Let's go Huntley. Go Cowboys. Beat the GOAT.